Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Marina Ray. I am a licensed architect and interior designer, and I decided to continue the video series about the ARE 5.0 or Architect Registration Examination divisions. So this video is about practice management, and we are going to review the question that covers 4 important things. So the first one is utilization rate, then overhead rate, break-even rate, and net multiplier. And the reason why I decided to do that is because this is quite confusing for the test takers. And also, this is very important when you start running your own firm. And in general, just if you work for a larger firm, that is important to understand how everything is actually calculated. So let's get started. I will share my screen and we will take a look at the question, at the answers, and I will provide the explanation for you. Okay, let's take a look at the question together. A small architecture firm has the following financial data for the previous year. Total revenue is $1 million. Direct labor is $300,000. Indirect expenses were $450,000. And total labor, which is direct and indirect, was $500,000. The firm's principal wants to assess its performance matrix. Based on the provided data, calculate the following: utilization rate, overhead rate, break-even rate, and net multiplier. So let's take a look at each of them and how to calculate them. So I posted the question here, so you can take a look at that while you're calculating. And I would like you to actually follow me and maybe even write it down so that you can practice. Okay, so utilization rate equals to direct labor divided by total labor, and multiplied by 100 so that we can get the percentage. So we take the direct labor, which is $300,000, and divide it by $500,000, which is the indirect labor, and multiply it by 100. So that equals 60%. And we can see that the utilization rate measures the percentage of total labor that is billable or directly attributable to projects. For most firms, a target utilization rate for technical staff is 60 to 65%. So based on that, we can say that this firm is within the standard range. So they're doing good. Let's talk a little bit about the overhead rate. So the overhead rate indicates how much the firm spends on indirect expenses for every dollar of direct labor. So to calculate that, we need to divide indirect expenses by direct labor. And so if we look at the question, and at your exam, you will be able to look at the question because they'll be right in front of you on the screen. So you take 450,000 and divide it by 300,000. So we get 1.5. And I just want to let you know that a rate between 1.3 and 1.5 is typical for many firms, showing that this architectural firm's overhead is well managed. So they are doing good in this parameter too. Let's take a look at their break-even rate. With the same information, we just need to calculate a different thing. So break-even rate, what that is, you get the overhead rate and add 1.0. So we remember that our break-even rate from the previous slide was 1.5. So we add 1 and it equals 2.5. And the break-even rate reflects the total multiplier needed to cover both direct labor and indirect expenses. And this means that the firm needs to charge $2.50 for every $1 of direct labor to break even. We're not talking about profit here, we're just talking about the break even. So apparently they need to, do something different to actually change this number. So, and the final one that we are going to take a look at today is net multiplier. So to calculate that, we divide the total revenue by direct labor. And our total revenue based on the question is $1 million, and we divide it by 300,000. So, and we get 3.33. I mean, you can continue that, but we'll just, stop here at the decimal. And the net multiplier shows how effectively the firm converts direct labor into revenue. And a value above 3 indicates strong financial performance, meaning that the firm generates like $3.3 in revenue for every dollar of direct labor. So I just wanted to kind of like summarize the whole thing and just kind of like let you know what that all means, because it's not just the calculations. You need to understand how that works in order to be able to apply. And this is the question that is like UA, which is like understand and apply. So you need to know the principles to be able to apply them in a certain situation. So when we look at all these details and all the information, we see that this firm's financial metrics are strong. Their utilization rate is within industry standards, and their overhead rate and break-even rate are reasonable, and their net multiplier indicates profitability. However, the firm should monitor indirect expenses to ensure they stay manageable. So that was it for our question. That was just like a brief introduction to all the formulas. I will continue recording these videos, and please subscribe, please like the video, share it with your fellow test takers, because this is important just to understand the principles, the concepts, and then everything will be easier for you. So I also have other videos. I recorded the videos just kind of like how to pass the exam, each of the divisions, and I will leave a link to those videos in the description to this video so you can check them out. And yes, that was it for today. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.